Basically, what has happened in the last 1 decade, I joined judiciary in 2000. We started computerization in district courts in 2002. And for the last 10 years, I'm involved in computerization and of course the cyber law and the cyber crime scenes in Delhi, especially, and of course with the help of my colleagues here all over India now, even Chennai is on my agenda. The distinction between the physical world and virtual world has vanished. If you have read today's Hindu in the morning, I got one copy in my guest house. The population of Facebook is 1 billion. So this is the third most populous country in the world. After, of course, China and India. In China and India, you get citizenship by birth. You may or may not be willing to be a citizen, but since you are born here, so you have to be an Indian citizen. Facebook, you take citizenship by choice. You have to apply for it. So 1 billion people living in virtual world, exchanging their present status. If I am giving a lecture here, I might have updated my status in the morning, saying that I am delivering a lecture here. So, and which information my own government may or may not be having about me, but Facebook has that information that I am present in this hall today. So just think about the distinction between the physical world and virtual world has vanished. I don't remember, you may be remembering the last time you wrote an inland letter to your cousin. I don't remember. Do you remember last time you went to your bank to know what is the balance in your account? So if you tell these things to your own kids or my younger brothers and sisters, they say, no, what is the need? Then you tell them that about 1 decade ago we used to go there, stand in a line just to know what is the balance, whether that check which I deposited in my bank has been encashed or not. So we live in the virtual world. If we live in the virtual world, so the war is to be also fought in the virtual world. It's as simple as that. Okay? If you destroy my virtual world, so I am destroyed. If I am unable to use my mobile phone for 10 minutes, so you can just think about what will happen to me. If I am unable to open my Gmail today, so it will be my status. If I am unable to access my Facebook, I will not know what my friends are doing, which photographs they are doing. Do you remember when the last time you went to the shop which prints photographs for you? You used to go there with a negative film, give it to them, then 3 days after you go there, they will give you print, and then you come back home and show it to your wife. So now my wife keeps on telling me, even now, I want to have those physical prints. No, I just want to see. I say, okay, you can look at it computer. He said, no. She said, no. I want to have that feel of having the photograph before me. So, but sorry, you can go to Picasso and look whatever photographs we took last time we visited Kerala. We went on LTC to Andamans. No more physical photographs. So similarly, these are the simple examples. The devices, the inventions, the discoveries, whatever we do for the positive things, they are immediately taken over by the criminals. The dynamite was not invented for destruction. Even today we give that Nobel Prize. Alfred Nobel didn't invent dynamite for destruction of the world. When he realized, he donated every penny which he earned by inventing dynamite to the Nobel Foundation. So similarly, internet was invented for the positive vibes, for the positive things, for the positive use, but as on date, 5 years ago, the illegal narcotics and drug trade was the biggest money earner for criminal syndicates all over the world, right from Mexico to Afghanistan to Nepal to other countries. Now all big drug lords have stopped the drug trade. They say internet hacking and the money which you can extract by use of internet is much more lucrative than working on the drug trade, because in drug trade you have to physically transport your consignment from the place where it is produced to the ultimate consumer. And there may be 10, 15, 20 people involved in between. But here what you need is you to simply employ one person, a technically qualified person who should work for you at double the salary which he was drawing from Microsoft, and he'll do wonders to you. Physical world, there is a possibility of physically catching hold of the criminal. In virtual world, the possibility is next to, you can say, 0%. This is what I can presume. My computer can be attacked from a computer situated in Romania through a proxy server in Ecuador, through another proxy server in China, and there is no way to know that which is the computer which had actually attacked my computer. When a war is fought, the first thing is you must recognize who my enemy is. If somebody has attacked my house, I know he is the person who has attacked my house, so I can retaliate. If I do not know who is the person who has attacked my house, then how will I retaliate? So, cyber war is on, it was there, it is there, it will be there. But the problem is that the enemy is invisible. We do not know who the enemy is. You all people are very learned people. Please tell me till date whether one single country in the world has recognized that we have unleashed cyber war on my opposite country, on my enemy country. Not even one single acknowledgement till date. So there is no cyber war because no country has acknowledged that we have unleashed cyber war on our opposite country, on our enemy country. Only the victim country raises hue and cry, look, we are being attacked by this country, we are attacked by that country. But that country says, no, this is all false propaganda that you are doing. So unless, and you can't go to UN against cyber war. Nobody has gone to the UN till date against the cyber war. There is no treaty in the entire world as on date which defines what a cyber war is and what are the rules of cyber war. How a cyber war should be fought. For conventional war, there are treaties. There are treaties to how to treat the prisoners of war. But in cyber world, no such treaties. The UN as on date does not recognize cyber war. And we say the cyber war is on. So, the simple thing is that the day the realization comes to us, in the morning we were talking that we believe in God, we believe in our fate, and that fate brings complacency. You say, okay, look, it can't happen to me, it can happen to Iran, it can happen to Estonia, it can happen to any other country in the world, but it can't happen to us. So that feeling of, that false feeling of security should go. And here the role of Cyber Society of India comes in, that we have to make people aware. If anything can happen to a person living 1,000 miles away, it won't be long that it will happen to me here. Once that realization comes to me, so naturally I'll be more aware. I spend money in buying good locks for my house, for buying a good burglar system for my house, for employing, you can say, security guard for my house. But the moment somebody tells me that you have to pay, say, 1,000 rupees for buying an antivirus, I ask my vendor friend known to me, can you get me a copy of this, pirated copy of this? That will be good for me. I don't want to spend that 1,000 rupees to secure my computer, because I think the computer security is not my responsibility. It is the responsibility of some other person, maybe the government or maybe some other organization. It's not my responsibility. The entire information, your entire personal information is known to everybody on the net. Try to book a ticket from Chennai to Dubai. Make 3, 4, 5 attempts and send an email to me saying that, look, Talwant, I want to visit Dubai to meet my friend. Next day you open your Google account, first advertisement on your right side will be cheap tickets available from Chennai to Dubai. Who told Google people that, I want to travel to Dubai? Just do that. So they read each and every email that you send. Any update, any software, I've seen people, even I do that. First thing I want to download a software, I go and look for the free copy of that software. I won't say I need a video converter or I need a YouTube downloader. I say free YouTube downloader. So there will be 100 choices, you go for any one. And the moment this download comes to my computer and the time when I am going to install it, the time in between should be the minimum. So there are so many right clicks in between, right clicks, which you don't notice. So those clicks or those right clicks are by default downloading other softwares which you never intended to do. And they are sending all your information to a third country, to a third company, I don't know where. No need to even send an email. Once you have downloaded those softwares, you are assessing your bank. Your bank has got the best security. Okay? The entire thing is encrypted on the way. The moment it leaves your computer and reaches your bank's computer. And what's about the keylogger which is sitting on your computer? You have to key in your password in any case. So the moment you key in your password, it is known to a third person. And then you blame your bank. Look, my bank is not maintaining its security approaches in good health. The cyber war or the cyber crime started with individuals. We used to get those Nigerian email scams and all. They were targeting individuals. That stage is almost past now. Second stage was that the criminals were targeting companies, the organizations. Now the third stage is that criminals hired by the enemy countries are targeting the country's infrastructure. So now we have reached that stage. In July this year, at the end of the month, we had power outages. 2/3 of India's power grid was down due to some technical failure. Just think about it. The entire metro network in Delhi stopped. All the traffic lights, they failed. The courts were unable to function. The banks were unable to function. This was caused by, some states, they overdrew power. Suppose this thing is triggered by, in future, it is triggered by an individual sitting 10,000 miles away. In this time, 2/3 of the power grid failed. Let's think if the entire power grid fails, what will happen? Mr. Vittal was talking about electricity. Electricity we take for granted. In the morning I woke up, I think electricity is not something which you ask for, or it is not something which you are aware. It has to be there. Just think about if for the next 3 days there is no electricity. So I will be stuck here. I will not be able to fly back because the planes will not be able to take off from Chennai airport. You people may not be able to go back to your place of work, maybe to your residence if you are traveling by electric trains. So if that thing can happen with the press of a button from 10,000 miles away without knowing who is the enemy who has done that, then what will happen when an intentional country which is inimical to my country triggers it off and it lashes a cyber war on us? The definition of war, we will talk about that in my presentation. A war is something which is, the definition of war even today is something which is fought physically. But now I think that is not required. I was reading on the internet about cyber war. There is a movie called Die Hard 4. As and when you get time, please watch that movie. Nothing more is required to be said what a cyber war will look like. So the security advisor to the president of USA, he said, if you want to know what a cyber war will be, please ask Bruce Willis, who was the main lead actor in Die Hard 4. So he is the one who will be able to tell you what a cyber war will look like. So these are the circumstances we must be aware of. It is not as if we can stop that, but at least we should be prepared for that. The first thing is awareness. Second thing is to prepare for that eventuality. And third thing is that we should be able to retaliate also. It's not as if it can't be something reactive only, and we should be prepared that as what is called this nuclear deterrence. If India has got nuclear weapons, the other countries got nuclear weapons, they are not going to use them. But at least the other country is aware that if we attack this country with nuclear weapons, in retaliation they will be also using nuclear weapons. Yesterday there was an article in newspaper saying that the defense experts in Israel have said that Iran's conventional army is 40 years behind us. But they make so much hue and cry about their nuclear capabilities and the delivery systems. So they want to make up that loss with this and more by propaganda. How you fire a missile? You use a system called GPS, very innocuous system. GPS comes free. Everybody knows that. I think most of the mobile phone which you are carrying in your pocket gives you exact location, latitude, altitude, wherever you are situated. GPS is not owned by India, please. And the country and the organizations which have put those 27 or 37 satellites, they are not doing a charity. They are not out. On internet, nothing comes free. If they have put these GPS satellites much above, about 100 miles above Earth, they have not done a charity. All your missile systems, everything works on GPS. You have to identify the location where this missile is going to strike. It can be pinpointed up to, I think, few meters, maybe 15 meters or 20 meters, but with the help of GPS. If you fire a missile from here and it takes about 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes to reach its target, if in the meantime the location is changed by use of the GPS technology, what will happen? It can hit my own home instead of hitting the enemy. Because missile doesn't know where India's boundary ends and the enemy country's boundary starts. It only knows those statistics, those data which is being fed by GPS, not situated and controlled by India. We are trying to put our own system there. It will take years together. Indian government, the CERT, the Indian Security Cyber Response Team, they have issued guidelines about 1 year ago that all our official correspondence on the net should be by using the website, by using the email provided by NIC and not by Gmail or Yahoo or any other third-party software. This is a very good and welcome step. If I have to send an email to you, you are sitting 2 meters away from me, this will travel all the way to US, they will read it, then I send a copy to you. So why it is required? And then now I think this, software, the email software which has been developed by government, CDAC and NIC, it should be used by, I think it should be made compulsory for all the Indians, at least to communicate with each other. Not maybe with my cousin in US. I may need to use Gmail for communicating with him, not with my friend sitting in Chennai. Thank you very much. I'm thankful to the Cyber Society, my friends here, and of course to all of you that you gave me an opportunity to interact with you. Thank you.